There it is. You are live. You are live. That's what it says. We made it. Let me check to make sure you guys can hear me on my new toy. Okay. I don't know what that was, but that was telling me some stuff that yeah, anyway. So, um I just checked on the YouTube channel. I know I know that last time that I said that I was not going to be streaming in YouTube anymore because channel is going to pop. But I thought I'd do at least day one. But after day one, you'll have to go into the private Facebook group. You'll have to request to come into the private Facebook group. It is a free group. The group is called Single Moms, the Single Moms Club private Facebook group. You could search it. I'll put it in the description. Um, and you can find it that way. But day one is the only thing that YouTube is going to be part of the sessions that we have in this event. So we started calling them events instead of challenges because what single mom wants to add on yet another challenge? So we've switched the name to event. We started to call them events, monthly events instead of monthly challenges because we single moms don't need no more challenges. We got enough. So as you can see, I got a live audience tonight. It's my grandson. And that was an impromptu, but we do what we got to do as single moms, especially when we're helping each other as well. So he's there in the background eating his little snacks and talking to himself and holding a whole conversation in and of himself. He probably thinks that I'm talking to him, but it's all good. It's all good. By the way, my name is Bess Parks. I am the founder and the creator of Single Moms Level Up. I usually say let me do it this way. Let's see. Hashtag Single Moms Level Up. And also the Single Moms Club private Facebook group. I am the founder of that as well. So I'm going to go to, well, actually, oh no, how do I do that? Oh, that's not what I wanted. Forgive me for the coughing, y'all. I'm having a little bit of an issue with my asthma. I just took let me turn this down because I was checking the volume, make sure you guys can hear me. Um what you can. Okay, so anyway, this is day one. Day one of the single working moms, the evolution of a single working mom event. And this is take two. I'm calling it take two because we did this just a couple months ago. And I couldn't get everything in on that because we only do 30-minute sessions every night for 5 days. And then also the replays are available throughout over the weekend all the way through till next Tuesday of every event. So we leave it up a few more days so that all single moms can have an opportunity to win the Single Mom Queen Kit. I will tell you guys about that tomorrow. But you can win the Single Mom Queen Kit, which is just a little starter box of some things that I like to share with the single mom that is one of the top contributors of a single mom event, single mom level up event. And I like to do that, for single moms because it takes a lot. I know that your time is precious. Our time is our most valuable asset. Reason being is because we don't get no more time back, y'all. And I know this. So I appreciate you guys watching live on Facebook. I appreciate you watching live on on YouTube. I'm not that technically savvy, but I can pick up on some things. So I'm gonna check it out, and see if I can have both of them up at the same time. I don't know. We will see. We will see. Look at that. I can have both of them up at the same time. Although one of them might seem to be paused. Okay, so let me close one. Okay. All right. So I closed one of them, but I know you guys can hear me. Let me turn this up and see. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I can't run both of them at the same time. So I just went over to Facebook to make sure, the Facebook private Facebook group, to make sure that you guys can hear me there as well. And you can. So tonight I want to share some things with you. I want to share some things with you, like single motherhood. Single motherhood is a rough thing. It's rough. It's a lot of hard work. Um, Plans may fall through. We may have plans to go do something. Somebody said they'd watch kids. Turns out that it didn't work out. They're not going to watch the kids. Your plans fall through, and then you start feeling really guilty about making plans with somebody, and then now you can't even participate in those plans. Or things like the baby didn't sleep last night. you know Oh, what you do about that? Baby didn't sleep last night. You got to go to work tomorrow. The next day, and it seems like you've been up for 24 hours, and then you got to go to work and perform. These are things that happen as a single mom, and we need to still push through, and what they would call persevere, by pushing through and still keep moving forward. Know that every situation is not going to fall through. Every situation is not going to fall through. There will be times when people will offer and it will come through, and they will you'll get to have that time for yourself to spend with your friends, without having, apart from your kids, and your kids are safe and with somebody that you know and trust. So, I know that a hard thing is for single moms, for us to I know it's a hard thing for single moms to I might have to go get him, y'all, because I think he's gonna start crying. But and there it is. Hold on. So here he is, y'all. My grandson. Uh-huh. He wanted to sit over here with me because he knew I was in front of something that he wants to see what I'm looking at. So, they come out the womb knowing what to do with all this computer stuff, that's live streaming and watching videos and things of that sort. They get accustomed to that really quickly. So he wanted to see what I'm doing. So he wants to sit right here with me. And he did have some shots. So he might be a tad bit cranky and just wants to be with somebody, but it's all good. We all want to be that way. We all want to be with somebody when things are not going wrong. We want to have somebody that will hold us, that will tell us going to be all right. We want to have that every time that things don't go our way. But it doesn't happen like that as single moms. A lot of times we are by ourselves, or we feel like we're by ourselves because something hasn't worked out, the way that we intended to, and it's frustrating. it's disappointing, it's a whole lot of things. And he's about to start reaching for this mic, so I'm about to say some no nos in there. I'm not talking to y'all, I'm talking to him, okay? But anyway, um so those things happen, and we have to let it out, acknowledge those feelings, let it out, regroup, and keep moving forward. Ask for that help from somebody else. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask. No, no, don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help from someone else. Even maybe somebody that you constantly ask for help. Ask again. And don't be afraid to ask for that help. Somebody may be willing to help you out, even though that's not part of their schedule, but maybe they work it into their schedule. But the things that we have to understand when we're asking for help from somebody else and maybe plans fall through is that maybe it was a miscommunication. Maybe it was just something that wasn't meant to be. There could be some other factors to that we're not aware of. But they came into play, and I need to fix my glasses. They're sliding on my face because of this lovely light that I have on me so that you guys can see me. It's making me hot. But anyway, again, I want to thank you guys for watching live. I want to thank you for watching the replays on in the Single Moms Club private Facebook group, and also on the Single Moms Level Up YouTube page. The people on the YouTube page, I'm telling you again, and this is probably going to be the last time. I don't know, maybe. And I'm saying probably because I might do it again, where just day one is the only thing that you will see. If you want to see the rest of or participate in the rest of the event, you'll need to go over and request to join the Single Moms Club private Facebook group. In that Facebook group, we encourage each other. We're there for each other. We reach out to each other. It's that type of group where if you're going through something, and there's people from all over the world in the Single Moms Club. We've got people in London. We've got people in New Jersey. We got people in Hawaii. We got people in Jamaica. We got people in Australia. We got people all over the world. So there's somebody up. You know what I'm saying? You might think nobody's up, but there's somebody up that you could probably say, ask for something in the group, for whatever, hey, does somebody have this, and this? Whatever it might be, somebody will see it, and we will do the best to try to help you out with whatever the situation is. Really, I think probably the most important thing is that we as single moms need emotional support. That emotional support is a thing that we need. That is the self-love portion of our lives, and where we need to be the CEO of that area. So he's trying to get down, and I can't have him get down because then I gotta go run around after him all over the house. So he's got to stay with me. But he's got his bee, so he'll be all right. But that's one of his favorite toys. But anyway, so our emotional health and well-being is an important thing. That is a self-love thing. That's all the internal part of ourselves. That's our mind, our emotions, our spirit, all of that. He wants to say something, y'all. Here he goes. What you got to say? Oh no, you can't touch it. But what you got to say? Now you don't have nothing to say. No. You just want, okay, so he just wanted to touch it, but he's gonna say something. See, what? What? Mm. Yeah. So when you put the mic in his mouth, he don't have nothing to say. Oh no, it's not something to eat, baby. He's smacking his lips because he thinks it's something to eat. It's not something to eat. Something you talk into. So no sir, no sir, no sir. Um, so anyway, our emotional well-being is an important thing, and that is definitely something that we need to be the CEO of. And when we have these situations that come through that we don't understand why it didn't work out, we need to step back from it and have a conversation with somebody, or even just journal out, hey, your frustrations, your disappointment, and whatever that's going on and how you're feeling at that point in time, so that you have that opportunity to work through those emotions. We can't just stuff our emotions down and pretend like they don't exist and nothing ever happened. That doesn't work, because it will bubble up someplace else. And usually the people that get the brunt of that is our children, those that are close to us, that are around us 24/7. Those are the people that tend to get it. And with in a single mom family, that would be our kids. So I'm gonna pick up his toy real quick because he dropped it. No sir. No sir. Here. Here's your toy. Look, there's your bee. It's your bee. Okay. So anyway, that's something that we need to really take care of. So another way of doing that is that me myself, I have a habit that I will get into a groove of just doing things a certain way in my routine and working that routine out to the best of my ability. But then when it doesn't work, or it's been working for a while, and I've been doing good and working that whole routine out, um then I'm just like, well, okay, I got this routine, I got it down, and then something throws a wrench in it. You know what I'm saying? Something comes from nowhere. There's a whole wrench thrown in it, and now I have to readjust. And I'm like, doggone it, that routine was working. Why is it not working now? And it's a frustrating thing. But I have to ask myself that every single time that these things happen. And they'll happen because that's life. Life will throw wrenches in whatever it is that you have planned for your life, whatever routine you got going, whatever plan that you have. But we have to be flexible. I think that we as single moms have an advantage over everybody else, because if there's one thing we know how to do, or we learn how to be and how to do, is be flexible. Especially with children and small children, they're constantly changing. They're constantly changing, constantly needing something different. But something that's the same, like their clothes. They may have a favorite outfit, but you might have to buy it in two different sizes. So one of the things that I would do to make things easier for myself on an emotional level is I would buy things out of season. So it's summer's getting ready to come in. So I would go in and go to the stores and find the clearance stuff. The clearance stuff is usually the winter stuff. So I would buy that stuff in the sizes according to how my child was growing. And so I would have those things ahead of time. Of course, I wouldn't buy the whole entire wardrobe, but I would buy a few outfits here and a few outfits there, and different places that I would go based on what place different places that I go based on, if it was my son or my daughter. So I had places that I would go. Some of these places are not even around anymore, like Babies R Us. Babies R Us had the best clearance racks. Oh my gosh, they had the best clearance racks. I mean, you'd go in there and find stuff for $5, $2, whatever. But you can't seem to find those places anymore. Some place that you can go, and I'm going to give you this tip here, y'all, single moms, that will probably relieve some things, is there are liquidation centers that are all over the United States. If you look up baby clothes liquidation center, or clothing liquidation center, or whatever your favorite store is where you like to go buy your kids' clothes, and type in liquidation center and go to some of these places. Some of these places they'll have retail stores, and they'll let you purchase individual items. Other places you have to buy a pallet, which might be a quarter of a pallet or a half a pallet or whatever, of items, and then you get them at discounted rates. So I found this information out through a single mom that um went through something. And the thing is that I was drawn to her because she went through a similar thing like I did. Her sister passed away unexpectedly. It threw her for a loop, and so she ended up moving from California to Houston. She did the same thing I did. My sister and my mom both passed away, and I ended up moving to Houston. and not really knowing where I was, what I was going, what I was doing, what my job would be, and all that stuff. And she did the same exact thing, so I was really drawn to her. But the thing that she had come across was palette flipping. So that's what that's called when you buy things from a liquidation center by the pallet. And a lot of times the clothes, like one of the liquidation centers that she turned me on to, that sells pallets. They have Forever 21 stuff in there and Target stuff in there, and you end up paying like $2 for clothes. $2 for clothes. So, one of the things that my kids and I do often is that, usually once a year or twice a year, around summertime, all the clothes that they can't wear anymore, we go through our clothes and we put them in bags. We pack them up and we drop them off at the donation box, that is locally, usually in store parking lots and things of that store. That's that sort, or some of these places that are slightly, used clothing stores and stuff like that. Some of them will let you donate clothes and you get credit in their store, and so you can buy other stuff that's in their store. These are things that we can do as single moms that will relieve some pressure off of us about the things that we need to do and get for our children, and stretch our money and get things for ourselves. But one of the most important things that we need to do as single moms is we need to take care of ourselves. If we don't take care of ourselves, we can't be present with our children. We can't be present with any other relationships that we have in our life. We are bringing a half empty cup and expecting to get a full cup responses from people, but we tend to not get that because we're not at full capacity either. So if we're not totally ourselves in every situation, um, we get what we give. We get what we give. Whatever attitude we're given, it's coming back at us. And that's from our kids too. They feel what we feel. And if we're giving off this vibe, they're going to give that vibe back to us. And that's a constant reminder that, hey, every time every time situations happen in conversations, that's an opportunity for you to learn. Because if you don't like it, that might be something about what you're giving that is the reason why you're getting it back. Or it could have nothing to do with you. Could be something outside of y'all's relationship that because you're the one that's closest, you're getting the brunt of it. So, we have to constantly check in with ourselves and ask ourselves, am I okay? What's happening right now? Why am I feeling this way? And work through those emotions. Um, and a lot of times we can find out that this happened, this was out of my control. There was nothing I could do about it. But I do have this person that's here and I'm appreciative of that. Then you start changing your mindset and you start changing your focus to what you do have. Well, I do have this person that's always there for me, way more than anybody else. And this other person that's there for me way more than anybody else. And you start being appreciative for that. And then you change your emotion, you change your attitude. Happiness is a choice. We have to choose to be happy, and the way you choose to be happy is to be grateful. And when you become grateful of things, you start to appreciate things, you start to actually slow down. As single moms, we run at a very fast pace. We run at a very fast pace. So for me, when I check in with myself, it tends to be early in the morning. And it's early in the morning before my kids, before my grandson's up. It's early in the morning, and I check in with me. I check in with me. I do my devotion. I read my passages, do my Bible study, sit quietly and drink my tea, my hot tea. And that's what I do in the morning. And when I do that, my day goes so much better. I mean, so much better. I'm so much more at ease. I can help and serve the customers that come into the retail store that I work in. I can help my children. I do so much better when I take that time out for myself in the morning before everybody else is awake. Sometimes I work out just to get everything off just to let go of the stuff that's in my mind, the things that have been running through my head. Sometimes just go and go and go and just get so combobulated in my head that I'll work out. And I'll work out and I'll just let whatever thoughts come and go. And whatever I need to keep, I keep, and whatever I don't need to keep, I let it go. Through my workout, through breathing, deep breathing, because they say, the doctors and psychologists and everybody say that the majority of us go through life not hardly breathing at all. We're deaf, and the reason that the not hardly breathing is that we're not taking deep breaths. When you take a deep breath, it cleanses you. When we're taking these short breaths, it'll let us get by, but they're short breaths. So, deep breaths, and I say, they say about 10, and that seems to work for me. About 10 deep breaths, and I let go of what I don't need, and I inhale what I do need, and I say some prayers, and I'm thankful for what I do have, and thankful for the time that I have with whoever I can do, have that time with. I make phone calls, and I know I've gotten really lax on that lately, but I had gotten to the habit of calling at least one person a month or one person a week, once a month, you know. And I have it set in my phone to have an alarm to call these people, and they're people that I love and care about, that I have relationships with. And I call them and I reach out to them and, hey, what are you doing? And we catch up and we talk and whatever else. And it's a good thing. And I've gotten a little lazy on that, but I had been doing that since 2020 because I realized that we need to reach out to each other and find out how's this person doing? Are they all right? Because I know there were times that I wasn't all right and I didn't say anything. But if somebody had called, I sure enough would have said something. It would have came out, they would have noticed something was different, and some things would have been resolved better, or at least talked through, and I would have come to a better conclusion. But when I don't have somebody to talk to, I journal. I have this journal that I call a focus journal because it refocuses me. The way that it's set up is I have some things in the front of the journal, which are my goals and my benefits, my main goals, and then what my every the 5 areas of my life, are in there. And it's, I cover those, and then I have the goals in each area of those lives, the benefits of me reaching those goals, and then the courses of actions, what I'm going to do to reach those goals. And that may be a daily thing and maybe a weekly thing, but I need to be working towards those goals at some point in time, during the month. So I've been a part of a group that is part is that does something similar to that. And so it's called Wisdom Seekers, and we set 3 goals for the whole week. And then once a day, we talk and meet, and we talk about, okay, what is your one thing that you're doing today? And we approach it that way. We have one things that we're doing per day to reach the 3 goals that we want to accomplish for the whole week. What is the one thing that will move us towards our goals, towards one of our goals? And these goals are in health, wealth, and relationships. Those are some main things that are a part of our lives. So today I want you single moms to check in with you. Check in with yourself today. Check in with yourself tonight. Emma, ask yourself, are you okay? If you're not okay, then ask yourself, what's going on? Why am I not okay? And let your thoughts run. If you got to get a piece of paper, and I'm talking about even if you got to get a piece of printer paper, he's very vocal, as y'all can see. But that's not a real cough. That's his attention cough. Um, but write down whatever comes to mind, whatever that you need to get off your mind, and work your way through it. Work your way through it, and journaling helps a lot. It's a great way to brain dump, and brain dump is just let it all run out. And then let it all run out, leave it on the paper, go to sleep, go to bed, go to bed, take a nap, whatever. and then the next day look at what's there and read it again before you start journaling again, and you will see where you were at that time, what you were feeling, and you'll be able to work through a whole lot of stuff through journaling instead of, so you see somebody's getting a little sleepy, but you're through journaling and doing those things. So I'm gonna say goodbye because oh my gosh, there you go, baby. My grandson is tired. I'm a little tired. We've had a long day. And it was good being with you guys. Thank you for watching live on the Single Moms Level Up channel on YouTube, which is going to be changing to um, the Single Moms Level Up podcast. Thank you for watching in the Single Moms Club. I appreciate y'all. And tomorrow we will talk about what's in the Single Mom Coin Kit giveaway. And we'll talk about another subject that has to do with the evolution of us of a working single mom. That is this event. It is take two, take two, because we just did this event earlier, probably about maybe 2 months ago. I think we did this. Actually, it's not 2 months ago. I looked it up. It was in October, so we did it a few months back. But I felt like we didn't get it all in. We didn't get it all in, and we are evolving as working single moms, and I would like for us to keep moving forward. So hashtag single moms level up. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Much love. Bye. Check in on you. How you doing? Check in on you. Much love. See you guys tomorrow. Same time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, in the Single Moms Club private Facebook group. You could search it, or you can go to the link if you're on YouTube. So talk to you later. Much love.